Okay, fellas, listen up, please. This is a new season, a new opportunity, of course, as well. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna have to take it. Hello? Oh, yeah. Oh, it went through? Excellent, excellent. Yeah, just send security over straight away. All right, thanks. Okay, Benasek, Rupnik, and Masevic, clear out your lockers, guys. Security will be here any second to escort you off the premises.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to your run on the Impossible Dream where we start Season 10 today. Where does time go? It is Dinamo up first, as you can see here. We go there. We've got a brilliant record against them recently, so hopefully that will continue. Then we face last season's runners-up, Osijek, in our second game of the season. Now, considering there's only been a day since we ended the transfer special, a lot has happened, so let's catch you up with the departures. So the first of those is Benasek, just not quite developing how I would have liked. So he goes off to Lille. He may well have a good career there, and there's a little bit of a sell-on initiative for us. So let's hope that, let's just hope he does well. It would benefit us in the long run if he does go there and do well. Now, two other players have left. These were expected, of course. Rupnik has gone off to the Middle East for 7.5 million. Now, we don't have a sell-on for him. Unfortunately, I just was trying to get the maximum I could for him, given that he was in the last year of his contract. And I didn't think he was quite 30 to 40 million good, to be honest. But anyway, he's off in the Middle East. And the other player that left is, of course, Academy product, Misevic, 8.25 million with a 50% sell-on. I think that is a very good fee for someone who is good. I'm just not completely convinced he's going to quite be that good. If he is, we have a 50% sell-on. Hopefully that'll come back to us. But yeah, like I say, he's definitely good. I think we've got a pretty good deal there to cash in on him, though. So that's what I did. Time will tell if it was right or not, of course. Now, let's have a quick look at where we stand as a club coming into this season. Now, if I just quickly get rid of myself, we will see I am the only legend at the club. They won't name a stadium after me, but I am the only legend at the club. Icons, Roras, who has left, and Torres and Palumbo, who may need to be sold, so that I am the only legend in that vein. I will do it. I did it to Rovis. And the other favoured personnel are Matanovic, and then two past favourites for the strikers in Fillet and Pranjic. Pranjic, if you're wondering, he just retired, never got a club after us, which genuinely surprises me. I thought for sure a second tier side would have picked him up, but yeah, no, it didn't happen. So that's sad in many, many ways. Now, let's have a quick other look at the club. If we go to club here and here. And we can see we are professional. We are the favourites to win the league. We are a 3-star, highly ambitious reputation club. Now, that is good in a way. It's also bad because it means that players will want to leave us to move on to bigger and better things in theory. So, yeah, not the best personality. I think if you dig into it a little bit, it could be determined or something like that would probably be better for us. But anyway, I am the manager. Butchman is our captain for the season, assuming that he stays. Lacko will be vice-captain with Torres our key player, and Perso, Academy product, is the hot prospect. Now let's have a look at what we're expecting to do this season, or expected to do. We are expected to win the league, so no pressure there. Be competitive in the Champions League. We should do that. I'd like to get through into the knockout rounds again. We want to win the cup. Now we know that goes over to the Yags now, so Misevic leaving only hurts that in truth. So we'll see what happens there. And we won the Super Cup thing, even though it wasn't deemed to be important. Now the league season. Here is the preview. You can see the bookies odds. We are very heavy favourites to win the title, ahead of Dinamo, who don't have European football this season, perhaps surprisingly, and newly promoted Lokomotiva are up there mid-table with Istra predicted to be the relegation candidates. And if we have a look at the dream team, then it is essentially all of us. We've got one, I'm assuming that's a Dinamo player at left back, and Falcao in there, and actually both the midfielders, neither of them are ours, as Gus decides to come up and join me. You need to get down there, mate. Come on. So that is that. And then the key players in the league, it is two of our defenders. And then if we just scroll down, we probably aren't in the situation yet where any players that we're letting go are key players in the league. Was this guy one of ours? So no, that's not one of ours. And yeah, nobody else there is anything to do with us. So all that being said, let's go play a game of football. So we're expecting a 4-2-3-1 out of them. And this is the team that we are sending out. Pinta in goal, Sanchez and Butchman will be the back two. Torres down the right, Holt down the left. Sithole, Bozaniak, Zinko will be the midfield with Siraj, Lacko and Bertic. Now we do, as a reminder, have some players away in international duty. We have got, I don't know who that is, but Monsalvo and Montel and our new Argentinian striker are all off at the Olympics. So that's why we don't see them. Not sure where this other one or two are. Croatian under-19s or something, I imagine, are playing in something. All right, so we can see the team sheets there, and there is increasingly a lot of new names, isn't there, in this Dinamo side? So yeah, I wonder a little bit if they've rejigged over. I mean, you imagine that they would rejig over the summer because they had a terrible season certainly by their standards, almost by anybody's standards though. So yeah, we've had a little bit of a clean out over the summer and certainly over the last day or two. We obviously have a lot of money to spend now. We are looking at getting. The problem at left back, as I said at the end of the last episode, left back I think is definitely a problem with no Rupnik, because I don't know why I don't trust Holt, because he's always been good for us, but I think he's maybe was good to start off with and has maybe faded a little bit since his initial sort of impact on the team. So I'm just not completely confident going into Europe with him as our first choice left back. So ideally, I'd like to get somebody in, and I think, as I said last episode as well, I'm just not liking Reyes anymore, so we're going to try and get rid of him. So that being the case, we've got the young left back as well, but we'll need to get somebody else in. News from the league is that there's a new 5-year TV deal. It's gone up for the league, so across the league from 10 million to 12 million. So it's not groundbreaking money by any sense, but it's obviously you'd rather have an extra, what's 2 million split 10 ways, 200 grand a year. You'd probably rather have that than not, but it's not going to make a huge difference to us. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously not too much happens between the end of the transfer special and the first game. I actually ended the transfer special a day earlier than I meant to. I realized when I went to go record, it was the day before we started, and then all those transfers went through. So that was just me not paying attention. So yeah, what probably happened was that I needed to go and help with something, and so we were getting close to the start of the season, so I just ended it a day early because I was running late for cricket, probably. Maybe that's what it was. I think I was running late for cricket, actually, if I remember correctly. But anyway, that is all by the by. Let us go a little bit more direct here and maybe pass into space, because we get absolutely dominating possession, but not creating anything. And we might increasingly come across this where we are not the biggest team in Croatia right now, but certainly I'd say the best. I don't think would be too much to say. Okay, so hang on a second. Let's go with we've all done well. It's because it's one of these where we're dominating possession. But yeah, I do think we might increasingly come upon teams just sitting back against us and looking at it as though, well, you know what, against them a point's a good point. So we'll have to maybe come up with another way of playing, and I wonder if this is where wingers start to become a useful part of the squad. We've got a free kick with Bertic just seconds into the second half, and it was always just going over, wasn't it? But it had nice shape on it. But yeah, just couldn't quite manage to keep that one down. Alright, so are we getting to the point where we need to start making some changes? Siraj not having a good game, so Skoko can come on for you. Zinko not having a great game. We are a little bit short in midfield, I think. So let's just make that one change for now. See if we get a Zidane. Oh, it's a goal, and it's Butchman. It's Zidane's presence. Of course, it's. Oh no, Siraj is still on there. All right, so let's cancel it. Yeah, sometimes we get Zidane out of Skoko, and sometimes we get, I don't know, a puppet. So we've got the goal. I don't necessarily care where they come from, but you'd like to break them down from open play if we could. But will that goal open the floodgates a little bit? We've certainly got another highlight nice and quick here. Sanchez on the ball for Holt. Holt. Not quite sure. That's that direct into space, isn't it? So I wonder actually now if we've gone in front. We'll wait for this highlight to end because I'd hate for them to... Laco's missed a foul there, and that's let them in. And this is a little bit of trouble and a good save. I wonder if now we actually want to... Just lower it down, short passes, and we're happy to keep possession now, aren't we? Because we've got the lead. So let's try praising them, and let's see if we can try and pick them off. All right, Siraj still not having a good game, so now you can come off for Skoko. Zinko playing a 6-8. Ideally, we need Zinko to kind of work out there for us. Torres is not having a good game again. Torres has gone off the boil, hasn't he? Brilliant for sort of the first season and a half here, but just sort of the second half of last season, he went off. And he's not really started this season well. Now, Kovacic is a very good player, and he came in and played very well for him last season. As Butchman, he's cleared it into Bosniak, but it's broken for us. That's a huge slice of luck, because that could have gone anywhere. Skoko to Butchman, not a great pass. We've got it wide for Torres, though. Torres, can he do something? Flashes it across goal. And we know he has got a goal in him. Let's give them some more praise. Pinta's looking nervous, which is not great. I don't know if you can hear me meowing. Gus wants to go out. In a second, mate, we just got to see out this game. And do we make a change? No, we'll keep attacking. Let's try and demand more. And Gus, you better not be ripping up that carpet, mate. And we've got a corner to defend. Come on. Get that away. Get that away. It is away, is it? It's not a penalty. It was left the man over, though. And well, there's a miss, isn't it? All right, Torres, you are... I wonder if it's something to do with the way that we play that is not working for him recently, but we haven't changed that much. Pinto, that's a really good claim by him. Just takes the pressure off the defense, doesn't it? That was a really, really well done. All right, can we build from the back here? Kovacic. Kovacic keeps going, and you can see what he was trying to do. Not really there, though. Can we win this back? Sithole does well. Butchman. Look at Sithole. There we go. And Zinko. Zinko to Sanchez. Sanchez, look at the space that Holt has. Now can Holt whip in across. We're queuing up in the middle. It's towards Skoko. And Noah Skoko makes it 2-0 in essentially stoppage time, the 90th minute. And that should be that. So we've got Zinedine Skoko to start the season. Holt did well. We know he's got a good cross on him. That is his greatest strength. And Skoko did not make any mistake with the header. And he comes off the bench to wrap up the 3 points, which is a very, very nice way for us to start the season, obviously. And it was a fairly tough start on paper. You know, Dinamo and Osijek is not the easiest, as that is flicked away by somebody. As here we go, Lacko, can he play in Bertic? Bertic and Lacko, it's 2-on-1. It's Lacko, it's go. Oh, he's got himself a wonderful counter-attacking goal. It is the cherry on top in stoppage time. And yeah, Lacko and Bertic had the whole stadium to themselves here. I thought maybe there was a chance. And to be honest, if your striker's not taking this on, he's got to answer some questions. But there was maybe just the chance of a ball to Lacko. But in truth, there were two defenders there. There was no one between him and the goal. And you want your striker to take that. So 3-0, we go to Dinamo and continue to just dominate over Dinamo Zagreb. And that is a very nice way to start the season, except for you, Torres. You were not good again. So we don't go top, but that's okay. We got the 3 points. We'll take that and run. So we turn dominance into victory, and it looks as though our next game is going to be an early season top of the table clash, and Kozayev is off as well. So that's neither here nor there. He just yeah, that one didn't work out. We've made a profit, but it didn't quite work out. Anyway, guys, we'll be back in a minute to face Osijek. Alright, welcome back. Now, before we get ready to face Osijek here, we have made a signing, and that is at left back. We've gone and loaned in Manchester United's Argentinian, so he should fit right in at Ivan Enrique. Now, I wonder if he came from, I have to look if he came from Estudiantes. Now, this is an expensive one. There's quite the loan fee, and the wages are certainly not cheap. But he is a wonder kid, so I think it'll work out worthwhile. Let's have a quick look at him here. And he came through at San Lorenzo, so that's unacceptable, really. He'll probably be picked on by everybody, won't he? Okay, but let's have a look at the player we've signed here. Very well-rounded. Jumping reach is not great, but everything else there is good. Mentality is good, and technically, I think it's mentally that it was what I really like about him, and that's sort of half the battle at times. And I just feel a little bit more comfortable with him, I think, than Holt. And if they rotate, if Holt does well and wins the shirt, then fair enough. But yeah, I just feel a little bit more comfortable with Enrique, I think. So I'm happy with that. Hopefully you will be too. But let's go and have a look and see what we're doing here against Osijek. Early season top of the table clash. It's a 4-2-3-1 we're expecting from them. And this is the team. So it's not that many changes early on here. So it's Pinter in goal. Sanchez and Bushman will continue. Torres, and we'll get a first look at Enrique. Sithole, Bosniak, Zinko. Skoko comes in to start with Lako and Bertic. Now, Bertic is now club trained. So his value to us has gone up quite a bit. And I have also got Tomasak on the bench. If there's an option, if we think wingers might be going to work for us, then yeah, we'll have a look at that here. Because Kovacic could easily play as the right-sided winger as well. Alright, so we can see the team sheets. Nasevic is in goal for them. Of course, one-time Jarun goalkeeper. I don't recognise anybody else there, I don't think. So what do we see? Carry on with... Okay, I'll trust the assistant here. I don't usually like dwelling on previous matches, but we'll do it on this occasion. And yeah, and here we go. Now, I did have a little look at re-signing Ranocchia just to help in midfield this season. He has no interest, and fair enough to him. We let him go. Why would we, why would he come crawling back? So he's almost certainly off to the Middle East. But yeah, I think the Palumbo injury, if you missed it, he's out for cruciate ligaments. I think it was 9 or 10 months at the time, so he's probably still a good 7-8 months away. That's just kind of, I think, left us a tad short in midfield. I mean, it could be a good opportunity to give these two a lot of game time, but we'll see. We'll see what kind of happens there. It's fine until we're in Europe. It's not a problem. It's one game a week. You know, we've got more than a deep enough squad to do that. It's when Europe starts that it could become an issue. And of course, Montel being away as well at the Olympics is not great. There's Torres. Well, that would have been a nice goal to start things off. Which reminds me, goal of the season. Haven't shown it yet, have I? Well, that was silly, wasn't it? I'll try and remember to do it next... at the end of this game. We'll do it at the end of this game if I remember. And if not, I'll try and remember to do it next episode. And if I don't remember to do it then, we may never see it. At some point, I'll do it. Hopefully, I'll remember. Anyway, we've gone close on a couple of occasions. Zinko now with a corner. And that is flicked away. But yeah, Bertic becoming club trained is actually quite huge. Because what that means is that... it's a play that because what we've had in previous seasons is we've not been able to register a full, I think that's the guy that scores against us quite regularly. He's their sort of main striker, which would make sense because he's their only striker. Yeah, because what we've had in the past is, Zinko. That was a chance. We had to register a short squad because we haven't had enough club trained players to be able to fill out the 20. I mean, we have them, but they're under 21, so they're auto registered anyway. So we don't actually have to register them. So we've had to register sort of 3 short. But him being club trained now, he might be an auto register. But even if he is now an auto register, it's one. Oh, and Sithole has gone very, very close. It's still one. It gives us a place then that we can register somebody else because he might be under 21. Is he? Oh, he's right on the precipice. So I'm not sure. But either way, that's very good because he is now a genuine first-team player that we don't have to register, or he's also going to qualify as a club-trained player. Whichever way that works out is better than it was previously. So with so many new players coming in, that obviously is a big help. As this is looking a little bit ominous, as we've got a massive overload there somehow. I'm not quite sure how that's happened. We'll tell them to fire up, but we're 1-0 down. Our first home game of the season. And I suspect Torres maybe. I wonder if we need to go and tell Torres if that guy's an inside forward, which I think is he an inside forward? No, the guy that scored is the inside forward. The guy that did all the damage is a winger, so you wouldn't expect him to be running in field like that anyway, really. Yeah, I mean, it's somewhat against the run of play, really, isn't it? But it's still 1-0 as Enrique almost loses out, but gets it back. And let's see what he can do here. Zinko has a go, and we're not far away. We did do some training sessions on chance conversion, and Bertic is now injured. That's going to be a serious one, isn't it? You can just tell. All right, so let's get Madzar on. This could be a breakout year for him, I think, and he's got more match sharpness than Matanovic. So let's encourage them and see what we get from that. We might take Zinko off at half-time and try Siraj in that deeper position. Again, just because we are just that probably man short in midfield. As that is not the greatest defending you'll see, but It got it half cleared. It's not cleared yet, of course, and it is offside. Was he offside? Is it an own goal? It's an own goal, and we're 2-0 down at home. And to be honest, we do look a bit vulnerable at the back. They've not really had much of the game apart from the 2 goals they've scored, and it was going to miss, wasn't it? It's unlucky for Sanchez. Not too much he could have done. And, well, what do we do with this? Is this I mean, they've scored 2 goals from 1 shot on target. I mean, that is slightly annoying, isn't it? All right, so what do we do here? I think we've got to say you're unlucky, because let's be honest, an own goal that was going wide and there wasn't much we could do about it. I mean, there is not much you can do about it. So let's try us getting the ball wide, perhaps a little bit more direct. Zinko is concerning me because I was really relying on him to be doing something for us. So we'll get Siraj on out there. Skoko, in truth, isn't having a great game either. But let's see what sort of response we get. We need, because there is head-to-head as well that could become an issue against Osijek if they are expected to be our main rivals. Can we put some pressure on them high up the pitch? I wonder if we need to go and put... The thing is that this is such a difficult game to... It's difficult to be upset at them because, like I say, we've dominated the game. The Sithole wins that. Oh, that is just... Alright, I mean, there's something not quite right here, isn't there? Alright, Novak can come on for him. He's back this year, so that's somebody else in midfield. Now, that's going to be 2 subs, isn't it? So the next stoppage will be our last one. I mean, Torres, again, not showing up and on a booking. As Novak, can he get that back? He's done really, really well. And Enrique has got possession back for us. So we try and build from the back. Enrique, nice ball there to find Madzar. Madzar to Skoko. Oh, I think that goes off. It's a really, really nicely worked goal, but I don't want to get excited because I'm fairly sure Lacko is offside. Ah, we needed that, didn't we? We really, really did need that. Let's tell him to focus. He's just gone a smidge too early, hasn't he? That's one of those that makes you say, go away, VAR. Alright, so I want to take Torres off, but the problem with that is that it's going to be our last stoppage. So if we're going to take anybody else off, we need to make the decision now. Okay, so let's have a think about what we do here. Okay, so we've made the 2 subs. Kovacic's coming on for Torres, and who's the other one I'd made? Oh, Matanovic is coming on up front. Now, we're going to try and slow it down. Let's get rid of all of this. Just work it into the box and just try and create maybe some better chances. Of course, it's all the possession is all us. So, yeah, it's quite a difficult one to understand. And we get this again, we've had this all the time from us, hasn't it? And maybe it is as simple as we just need to look a little bit more seriously at playing with wingers. Or going to a more permanent 3 at the back, perhaps. But to me, it's just the logic. So if they're playing a 2 at the front, then yes, 3 at the back is the way we should play. But if they've just got the 1, and he's almost got in again there, I don't see the point in having 3 centre-backs and no one in front of them, or sacrificing a number 10 to put a DM in. That doesn't make sense to me when you could have a DM in here anyway, and sort of helping clog up that space. So, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe that is what we need to do. All right, let's try a berating. Yeah, I mean, it feels a little bit like your guess is as good as mine. I'm not really sure. We don't have any more subs, by the way, which is why I'm not changing anything. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do on this situation. Can we? No, they've changed formation. Is that going to just give us a sniff back in? If we get 1, I dare say we're a chance of getting 2. Skoko towards goal, but it's nowhere to be seen. Now, are we marking wrong players now. I'm not quite sure. Didn't they have to go to the wing backs, or did I dream that? Oh, Enrique. Well, he got away with it, apparently. So that's fine. We'll take that. And it's the 87th minute. It's now or never, and Madzar almost made it now. That was not a mile away. Let's try a focus. But, yeah, I mean, we've had the same amount of shots on target. So, I mean, in a way, it's a very harsh scoreline on us. But, yeah, that is... I suggest we're going to need to go back and do some more chance conversion training. But that's a really strange one. I don't quite know what to make of that. So it's not going to be an unbeaten season. We've lost much earlier on this year than we did last season. And, yeah, a part of me thinks we've got exactly what we deserve there. And a part of me just thinks, you know, we've played that game 10 times. We probably win it the other 9 times. I think we definitely got worse as the game went on, though, didn't we? Now, it is a twisted ankle, so a month. So he'll be back by the end of August. So he'll be back for the Champions League, which is probably the main thing. Zinko is set for a pay rise. I guess, I mean, 8 grand's not the end of the world. We'll pay that money for Bertic. That's fine if it comes around. And yeah, that is that. So yeah, a good one and a bad one. Not quite sure what else to say about that. If you did enjoy it, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We'll come back somewhere around the end of the transfer window, start of the Champions League. Yeah, hopefully we pick things up. But yeah, let's aim for the end of August somewhere and see where we're at with a Champions League draw as well. Until then, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.